Welcome to this masterclass on sustainable and eco-friendly cleaning frameworks. Today, we're diving straight into the data to completely optimize your environment for maximum safety, human health, and ecological responsibility. We are going to completely elevate the way you think about facility and household maintenance. Okay, let's kick things off with a metric that completely shatters the way we typically think about environmental safety. According to the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences, the air inside your building can actually be 2 to 5 times more polluted than the air outside. Let that sink in for a second. The primary driver of this invisible threat? It's volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, which are continuously released by conventional cleaning sprays, aerosols, and artificial fragrances right inside our carefully sealed buildings. To fix this, we need a rigorous, highly structured approach. Here is our curriculum for this masterclass. We'll start with the hidden costs of conventional cleaning, then break down the actual science of safe cleaning. After that, we'll decode the deceptive psychology of greenwashing, navigate professional third-party certifications, and finally, lock in your professional implementation frameworks. All right, let's begin with Module 1, the hidden costs and the invisible threat of conventional chemicals. Traditional products carry severe, hidden costs that drastically impact human health, our budgets, and the broader ecosystem. Let's actually break down the exact chemical mechanics driving this threat. You'll see ammonia listed here, which is widely used in everyday glass cleaners. It produces fumes that directly cause severe respiratory distress. Next, look at phthalates. These are incredibly insidious because they're usually hidden under the vague label of synthetic artificial fragrances, yet they act as highly disruptive endocrine and hormone disruptors. Then we've got quats, found in calming disinfectants, which are literally being linked to the rise of antibiotic resistance. And finally, chlorine bleach, which is highly caustic and a major driver of aquatic toxicity the second it enters our waterways. So the absolutely crucial point here is that conventional products represent a massive false economy. When you grab a $3 conventional spray off the shelf, you aren't factoring in the long-term healthcare expenses from asthma triggers or skin irritation. You aren't calculating the lost productivity and the higher rate of sick days for your facility staff or your family. You're also not accounting for the premature degradation of your home surfaces or the wider environmental degradation of our water systems. When you look at the whole picture, the true cost is extraordinarily high. That brings us to Module 2, the science of safe cleaning and how eco-friendly chemistry actually gets the job done. Shifting our focus away from the toxic stuff, we really need to understand the fundamental scientific protocol of cleaning itself. It's not magic, it requires 4 precise actions. First, wetting. Liquids have to spread across the surface. Second, emulsification, where oils and grease are actively broken down. Third, suspension. This is where the soils are lifted away from the surface. And fourth, removal, literally wiping or rinsing that dirt away. Now, eco-friendly products achieve every single one of these steps effectively, but they do it using much safer chemistry, like plant-derived surfactants, rather than harsh, persistent petrochemicals. This is where we see a massive paradigm shift. Conventional chemistry relies heavily on petroleum-derived surfactants and synthetic fragrances that just pollute your indoor air. In stark contrast, modern eco-chemistry utilizes essential oils, highly active enzymatic solutions, and biodegradable ingredients. And make no mistake, modern enzymatic and plant-based formulas have entirely closed the performance gap. They literally work with nature to break down dirt and grease at a microscopic level. It's highly advanced chemistry. Let's move on to Module 3, decoding the greenwashing deception and understanding market psychology. The unfortunate reality of this industry is that a severe lack of transparency leads to manipulative marketing, designed specifically to trick conscious consumers. We have to define this with absolute precision. Greenwashing is the deceptive practice of making misleading or completely unsubstantiated claims about the environmental benefits of a product. It's essentially an unethical distraction tactic. You'll see a massive corporation heavily advertise one single green product line to build an eco-friendly halo, while quietly earning the vast majority of their true profits from their toxic, conventional chemical lines. As professionals, you absolutely must recognize the red flags. Watch out for vague, undefined terms. Words like natural or eco-friendly, they actually have zero regulatory definition. Literally, anyone can print them on a bottle. Also, look out for irrelevant claims, like advertising a spray as CFC-free. Look, CFCs have been globally banned for decades, so putting that on a label is a completely meaningless marketing trick. Finally, beware of self-declared labels that look like official green stamps, but are really just graphics designed by the company's own marketing department. which leads us perfectly into Module 4, Navigating Professional Third-Party Certifications. The only proven way to bypass greenwashing is by relying on hard data. So let's dive into the ultimate gold standard in the United States, which is the EPA Safer Choice label. This is not a marketing gimmick. To earn this, every single ingredient, including those hidden fragrance components, is scientifically evaluated by EPA scientists. It guarantees that absolutely no red-rated harmful ingredients are used. To put how strict this is into perspective, out of the tens of thousands of cleaning products on the market, fewer than 2,000 actually hold this rigorous certification. When you're looking at the wider market, it is absolutely crucial to understand which certifications actually carry weight. You have the EPA Safer Choice and EWG verified labels. These are your product-level gold standards, requiring full ingredient disclosure and strict health thresholds. Then you have Green Seal GS37. This one is vital if you're hiring commercial cleaning services, because it evaluates the service provider's entire operational standard, from the chemicals they bring into your building right down to their staff training protocols. All right, let's lock this in with Module 5, Professional Frameworks and Executing the Sustainable Shift.
Theory is useless without execution, so let's look at how to tangibly transition your facility. The absolute key in implementation is optimizing your logistics. Conventional systems are incredibly inefficient. They rely on single-use plastics and involve shipping heavy liquid formulas that are, quite frankly, 90% water. Optimized professional systems use just-add water tablets, refillable glass, and ultra-concentrates. Doing this drastically slashes your carbon footprint, reduces shipping weights, and severely cuts down your long-term cost per use. It's just smarter business.
Let's look at some of the elite market solutions successfully deploying these optimized systems right now. Brands like Blueland have completely mastered the Just Add Water tablet for multi-surface sprays. Branch Basics offers an exceptional, made-safe certified multi-purpose concentrate. You got Seep, providing biodegradable bamboo tools that won't shed microplastics all over your surfaces. Purdy and Fig excel in premium essential oil dilutions, and Green Culture is leading the way in powerful, targeted enzymatic refills. The point is, high-performance, non-toxic, and aesthetically pleasing solutions absolutely exist in the market today. So here is your professional 5-step implementation roadmap. Step 1, audit your current inventory. Step 2, identify the hazardous chemicals using the EWG database, or just look for those red flags we talked about, like ammonia and phthalates. Step 3, replace them gradually. Please do not throw away half-full bottles just to go green, because that just creates unnecessary waste. Step 4, adopt reusable tools like washable microfiber or bamboo brushes. And finally, Step 5, implement those concentrate and refill systems to permanently eliminate single-use plastics from your workflow. Let's bring this all together and see how it builds your broader operational strategy. As the source material profoundly states, eco-friendly cleaning is not merely a product choice. It is a philosophy of responsible stewardship. Effective cleaning, the protection of human health, and the preservation of our environmental ecosystems must always be balanced simultaneously. You simply do not have to sacrifice one to achieve the other. You are now fully equipped with insider-level professional knowledge. You understand the chemistry, you can easily spot the greenwashing, and you have the exact implementation framework. So, my professional challenge to you is this. When you conduct your audit today, what invisible toxic threats will you eliminate first? Thank you for joining this masterclass, and now it's time to put this framework into action.